So good morning dear students. So in the video நம்ம வந்து Mendeleev periodic table பத்தி பார்க்க போறோம் இல்லீங்களா. In the previous video the earlier form of classification like elements classified on the basis of metals and non-metals. The next one was the Dobrenius triads, grouping them in groups of 3, putting them in groups of 3, and the first and the last element or atomic masses mean எடுத்தோம்னா it was the atomic mass of the element that was in the center. So that was called as Dobrenius triads. The next classification was made in groups of 7, அதாவது octaves அப்படின்ற Newland law of octaves அப்படின்றத நம்ம பார்த்தோம் இல்லைங்களா. இப்போ Mendeleev periodic table இதோட ஸ்பெஷாலிட்டி என்ன அப்படின்னா Mendeleev was a pioneer for the modern periodic table அப்படின்னு சொல்லலாம். Mendeleev periodic table அடிப்படையாக வைத்து தான் நாம் இப்போ ஃபாலோ பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கிற மாடர்ன் பீரியாடிக் டேபிளை கண்டுபிடிச்சோம். இப்போ Mendeleev வந்து இதில் வந்து ஒரு செட் ஆஃப் ரூல்ஸ் வச்சிருக்கிறாரு. அதில் என்ன ஃபாலோ பண்ணுறாரு? The elements are arranged in the increasing order of their atomic mass அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறாரு. So what is the meaning of atomic mass? Atomic mass is the mass of the nucleus ன்னு சொல்லலாம் இல்லையா. The protons and neutrons present in it. Okay, இதை வைத்து தான் அட்டாமிக் மாஸ் AMU அப்படின்ட்டு ப்ரீவியஸ் சாப்டர்ஸில் நம்ம படிச்சிட்டோம். அட்டாமிக் மாஸ்னால் என்ன அப்படின்ட்டு உங்களுக்கு எல்லாருக்குமே நல்லா தெரியும். இப்போ Mendeleev வந்து என்ன பண்ணுறாரு? இன்க்ரீசிங் ஆர்டர் ஆஃப் அட்டாமிக் மாஸில் வச்சா வந்து மோஸ்ட் ஆஃப் த எலமெண்ட்ஸ் ஆல்மோஸ்ட் 63 elements were there I think. So okay, 63 elements வச்சு தான் ஒரு Mendeleev periodic table டிசைன் பண்ணுறாரு. அவரோட காலகட்டத்தில் அப்போ 63 elements தான் டிஸ்கவர் பண்ணியிருந்தான். ஓகேங்களா. இப்போ have a look at the Mendeleev periodic table. So this is how he grouped them out. Okay, so on top we are able to see 1, 2 Roman letters, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. இப்போ the vertical ones, the vertical columns, we call them as groups. Understand? இப்போ இது first group, second group, third group. The horizontal rows we call them as periods. So this is how we started arranging the elements. Okay, so on the screen we are able to find that after calcium, okay, there is a space. After zinc there is a space. இப்போ இந்த ஸ்பேஸ்லாம் என்ன அப்படின்னு பார்த்தோம்னா இதில் ஏன் கால்சியத்துக்கு அடுத்த எலிமெண்ட் அவராக வைக்கல? There is a reason behind it, because when you put them in groups and periods like this, there was similarity in properties அப்படின்னா இந்த ப்ரீவியஸ் வீடியோவில் பார்த்துட்டா பீரியாடிசிட்டினா என்னன்னு எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணியிருந்தாங்க இல்லைங்களா. பீரியாடிசிட்டினா at regular intervals of time there is a repetition, like Friday, after 7 days it is again Friday. Okay, the Newland's law of octaves சொல்லும் போது எக்ஸ்பிளனேஷன் கொடுத்துருந்தாங்க பீரியாடிசிட்டினா என்னன்னு. So like this there was a periodicity in property அப்படின்னா என்ன? After this H, இப்போ lithium, sodium, potassium, you look at the first group of elements, so they have similarity in properties. இப்போ Mendeleev எப்படி அரேஞ்ச் பண்ணுறாரு? ஹைட்ரஜனை ஃபர்ஸ்ட் அரேஞ்ச் பண்ணிட்டாரு. ஹைட்ரஜனுக்கு அப்புறமா அப்போ ஹீலியம் இல்லை. இப்போ மாடர்ன் பீரியாடிக் டேபிளில் ஹீலியம் இருக்குது. இப்போ நெக்ஸ்ட் லித்தியம் அரேஞ்ச் பண்ணிக்கிறார். லித்தியம், அதுக்கப்புறமா பெரிலியம், போரான், கார்பன், நைட்ரஜன், ஆக்சிஜன், ஃப்ளோரின், இது மாதிரியான அரேஞ்ச்மெண்ட்ஸை நம்ம பார்க்குறோம் இல்லைங்களா. இப்போ இதில் வந்து இன்க்ரீசிங் ஆர்டர் ஆஃப் அட்டாமிக் மாஸை ஃபாலோ பண்ணிக்கிறார். இப்போ லுக் அட் த டேபிள் தேர். லித்தியத்துக்கு அப்புறமா பெரிலியம் வருது. பெரிலியத்தோட அட்டாமிக் மாஸ் 9.01. அதுக்கு அடுத்தது போரானுக்கு அட்டாமிக் மாஸ் 10.8. லைக் திஸ் த அட்டாமிக் மாஸ் இஸ் இன்க்ரீசிங். So this was a principle that he followed for the modern periodic table. Okay, so what are the, so this is a other table that we have. But look at it, helium is here. இப்போ இதில் பின்னாடி ஹீலியம் இல்லையே, இப்போ எப்படி ஹீலியம் வந்தது? இப்போ இந்த zero group of elements, what are they? We call them as noble gases. They are inert gases also. So this was the space that was left by Mendeleev. It was filled later on. இதெல்லாம் Mendeleev periodic tableல அவர் ஸ்பேஸ் இடம் விட்டு வைத்தது எதற்கு அப்படின்னு பார்த்தோம்னா பிற்காலத்தில் டிஸ்கவரி பண்ணுவாங்க. அப்போ இந்த எலிமெண்ட்ஸ்க்குலாம் இந்த ப்ராப்பர்ட்டி தான் இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு he was able to predict the properties and he was able to predict the elements that are not yet discovered. That was the speciality of Mendeleev's periodic table. Okay, So let us watch the video, then afterwards we will come for the merits of the Mandelic periodic table and some discussions about the video. Kindly watch the video now.
Hi friends, are you ready to continue our journey towards the modern periodic table? But first, let me ask you a question. Do you know which is element number 101 on the modern periodic table? It's called Mendelevium. It's named after the Russian scientist Dmitry Mendeleev, who's considered the father of the periodic table. Now, his periodic table is different from the modern one, but it was a huge step forward. A lot of the scientists were trying to classify the elements and put them in tables. But Mendeleev did something very interesting, very different. And as we know, new ideas can change the world. So did Mendeleev's idea. It completely changed the classification of elements. And we'll discuss that in this video. And as usual, we'll finish off with our top 3 questions on this topic. In the previous video, we discussed about Doberanier's triads and Newland's law of octaves. In this video, our focus will be on Mendeleev's periodic table, and we'll see how it differs from the modern periodic table. So let's go back to Mendeleev's time. Imagine we are in 1869. Only 63 elements were discovered at that time. And Mendeleev was looking at the relation between atomic mass of elements and their physical and chemical properties. So let's discuss these 3 things: atomic mass, physical and chemical properties. What is atomic mass? That's simple, the mass of one atom of an element. The SI unit of mass is kg, but since the atom is really small and light, a more convenient unit called atomic mass unit, or AMU in short, is used. Let's take some examples. Hydrogen has an atomic mass of approximately 1 AMU. And carbon has an atomic mass of approximately 12 AMU. Now let's talk about physical properties. So what are physical properties of an element? That's right, things like density, melting point, boiling point of the element. What are chemical properties of an element? Chemical properties are how an element reacts with other elements. To look at this in a systematic way, Mendeleev looked at how an element reacts with hydrogen and oxygen. He chose hydrogen and oxygen since they are very reactive and form compounds with other elements. Now let's understand this with a couple of examples. Let's take the example of sodium. The compounds formed with hydrogen and oxygen are sodium hydride, NaH, and sodium oxide, Na2O. Similarly, for potassium, the compounds formed are KH and K2O. If we represent the element as R, then the chemical formula is same for both RH and R2O. So sodium and potassium have similar chemical properties and can be grouped together. Mendeleev used the formulae of oxides and hydrides to group the elements together. So if you look at the top row in Mendeleev's periodic table, you'll see these formulae for each group. Mendeleev's periodic table looked something like this. As you can see, for group 1, the oxide formula is R2O and hydride is RH. For group 2, the oxide is RO and hydride is RH2, and so on. Elements were mostly arranged in order of increasing atomic mass. The horizontal rows are called periods and the vertical columns are called groups. Mendeleev observed a repetition in physical and chemical properties. He formulated Mendeleev's periodic law, which states that the properties of elements are periodic function of their atomic masses. Now, if you closely look at Mendeleev's periodic table, you'll find something really interesting. Do you see some gaps in there? This was the genius of Mendeleev. This was his sheer brilliance, because he didn't forcefully try to fit the elements into his table. Remember, at that time, only 63 elements were discovered. So he left gaps and boldly predicted that we haven't discovered these elements yet. Mendeleev even gave names to these elements and predicted their properties. For example, he called the element in this gap as Eka aluminium. Eka is the Sanskrit word for one. So first comes aluminium and then this unknown element. He predicted the properties of Eka aluminium. And many years later, an element was discovered. It was called gallium. And guess what? The properties almost matched. Similarly, he gave names to other elements such as Eka boron, Eka silicon. Many years later, these were discovered and named scandium and germanium. This was Mendeleev's greatest achievement. Another interesting thing Mendeleev did in his periodic table is, in some cases, he placed an element with slightly greater atomic mass before an element with slightly lower atomic mass. He did this so that elements having similar chemical properties could be grouped together. For example, as you can see in the table, cobalt has higher atomic mass compared to nickel. So cobalt should come after nickel. But cobalt comes before nickel since its properties are similar to the elements below it. That is RH rhodium and IR iridium. Nickel's properties are similar to PD palladium and PT platinum, which are below it. So Mendeleev had to make such exceptions where an element with higher atomic mass comes before an element with lower atomic mass. Can you find more exceptions like this? That's right, it's tellurium and iodine. If you look at period 5, group 6 and 7, can you see that tellurium, which has the symbol Te, has a higher atomic mass compared to iodine with the symbol I. But tellurium comes before iodine in Mendeleev's periodic table. So Mendeleev had to make such exceptions. Another achievement of Mendeleev's periodic table was regarding inert or noble gases. Examples of inert gases are helium, neon, argon. Inert gases were discovered very late because of their unreactive nature and low concentration in the atmosphere. But when they were discovered, they could be placed in a separate group in Mendeleev's periodic table without disturbing the rest of the elements. Now that we are done with the achievements of Mendeleev's periodic table, let's look at some of the limitations. The first one is regarding the position of hydrogen. Now if you look at his periodic table, hydrogen is in group 1 along with the other alkali metals because it shows very similar chemical properties. It combines with halogens, oxygen, sulfur to form compounds having similar formulae. But hydrogen also shows the properties of elements in group 7, which are called halogens. So just like the halogens, it has a diatomic molecule. It can combine with metals and with non-metals to form covalent compounds. So where should we put hydrogen? In group 1 or group 7? So this was the limitation. No fixed position could be given to hydrogen in Mendeleev's periodic table. The second limitation was regarding isotopes. Isotopes were discovered much later after Mendeleev's table was proposed. Since isotopes of an element have similar chemical properties but different atomic masses, they posed a challenge to Mendeleev's table because we could not fit them in properly. Now let's talk about the third limitation. Since atomic masses of elements do not increase in a regular manner, it's not possible to predict how many elements will be discovered between two elements. And this is especially true for the heavier elements, the ones with high atomic mass. Let's place Mendeleev's periodic table on our concept board. Let's also note down the achievements and limitations of Mendeleev's classification. So how were the limitations of Mendeleev's periodic table addressed? Till now, all the classifications, including Mendeleev's, were based on atomic mass. So elements were arranged in the increasing order of atomic mass. And his periodic law stated that the properties of elements are a periodic function of their atomic masses. Now let's move ahead to 1913, where Moseley showed that atomic number is a more fundamental property than atomic mass. So what's the difference between atomic mass and atomic number? Atomic mass, as we discussed, is the mass of a single atom of an element. And with the discovery of subatomic particles like electrons, protons and neutrons, atomic number was defined as the number of protons present in the nucleus of an atom. So this was a complete shift, and everything was now based on atomic number. So elements were arranged in the increasing order of atomic number. And the modern periodic law stated that the properties of elements are a periodic function of their atomic number. You may be wondering, why didn't Mendeleev use atomic number? Why was he using atomic mass? The reason is that Rutherford's nuclear model of an atom and the concept of atomic number was discovered a few years after his death. So Mendeleev's table was based on atomic mass, but the modern periodic table is now based on atomic number.
இப்போ Mendeleev periodic table பற்றி explanations பார்த்தோம். Okay, so we were able to understand why Mendeleev was putting elements in different places. All these things was explained clearly. So let me tell you some of the merits of Mendeleev's periodic table. Mendeleev periodic table வந்து there were blank spaces left for elements that were yet to be discovered அப்படின்னு சொல்றாங்க. அந்த blank spacesல இருக்கக்கூடிய எலமெண்டோட ப்ராப்பர்ட்டிஸை வந்து ப்ரெடிக்ட் பண்ணியிருந்தார் Mendeleev அப்படின்னு நம்ம அந்த வீடியோவில் பார்த்தோம் இல்லைங்களா. ஸோ ப்ரெடிக்ஷன் வாஸ் பாசிபிள். த ரீசன் வாஸ் பிகாஸ் சைடில் இந்த பக்கமும் மேலேயும் கீழே உள்ள எலமெண்ட்ஸோட ப்ராப்பர்ட்டிஸை வச்சு கண்டுபிடிக்காத ஒரு எலமெண்ட்டை வந்து அவர் ப்ரெடிக்ட் பண்ணார். ப்ரெடிக்ட் பண்ணி தான் எக்கா சிலிக்கான் எக்கா போரான் அப்படின்னு பேர் கொடுத்து அங்கே ஸ்பேஸ் வாஸ் அலவுட். ஸோ திஸ் வாஸ் ஒன் ஆஃப் த மெரிட்ஸ் ஆஃப் Mendeleev periodic table. But what was missing in Mendeleev periodic table? He was not able to stick on to the rule. So the rule that was in Mendeleev periodic table, the elements have to be arranged in the increasing order of atomic mass. But there are places in the Mendeleev periodic table. நம்ம அந்த வீடியோல பார்க்குறோம். There are places in the Mendeleev periodic table where an element with a higher atomic mass has to be put before the element that has a lower atomic mass. Okay, cobalt and nickel. Okay, example has been mentioned. So these are all some of the demerits of Mendeleev periodic table. Moreover, Mendeleev was not able to explain periodicity in properties. Understand? So when elements are arranged in the increasing order of atomic masses, why there is periodicity in property, Mendeleev was not able to explain. Okay. So in our next video, we will discuss about the modern periodic table. Okay. Thank you.